Imagine finding yourself in a situation where you are not only surrounded by enemies, but your dear life is in danger. Just close your eyes and picture a dark alley, the echoing sound of your footsteps as you walk, bouncing off the cold, wet stone walls. The air is not just thick with tension, but equally palpable, like a sour taste lingering in your mouth. You have always been a person of strength, courage, never the one to back down from a challenge. You are not someone who easily gets frightened. But today, it's different. Every corner is not only a new horizon of the unknown, but every shadow seemed to be a new enemy. Suddenly, a silhouette of a man shows up across the alley with his menacing figure ominous and conspicuous. An enemy? Maybe. A friend? Unlikely. In these dark and dire times, you have learned to trust no one but yourself. And now, you are all alone in an uncharted territory. Not just walking on a no man's land, but equally in an alley of darkness and uncertainty. But what brings you here? A sense of duty? Or is it revenge? An obligation? Or perhaps it's a test of your courage? Or maybe a battle against your own demons? It's a fight you have been preparing for. You don't know whether you will come out alive, but you know you have to fight. You have to face the danger, the treachery that lurks around in the labyrinth of darkness. As the chill wind blows past, making your hair stand on end, reminding you of the danger you are in. Your heart begins pounding in your chest like a runaway train. The sound so loud, you are sure your enemies can hear it. You take a deep breath, inhaling the cold night air, filling your lungs with every ounce of courage you have left. Suddenly, you hear footsteps. You quickly hide, crouching behind a wooden crate. The figure walks past, not noticing you hiding in the shadows. You let out a breath you didn't realize you were holding. You look down at your trembling hands. Fear has made a home in your heart. It's making you weak. You cannot afford to be weak. You have to be strong. You have to fight. For there's no other way. The night grows darker, the alley growing more menacing with each passing minute. You know you are running out of time. You need not just act, but you need to face your enemies. You need to survive. That's when you remember the old saying, in the face of adversity, the only hope is divine intervention. And not only that, but every man's desire, his greatest fulfillment which he holds dear, is to have set up his heart on a good course and lay on the battlefield exhausted, but victorious. As these words play in your head over and over again, a tiny ray of hope starts to form in the pits of your despair. Your heart begins to fill with not just courage, but your mind is certainly made up. You are ready to face whatever comes your way. The thought of a divine intervention gives you strength. It gives you hope. It reassures you that you are not alone in this fight, that someone, somewhere has been watching over you, all these while, helping and guiding you. Taking a moment to collect your thoughts, you rise from your hiding spot. Your heart is racing, but it's filled with newfound determination. You are ready to face any danger, ready to face your enemies. And so, you continue to walk down the alley, ready for whatever may come your way. The alley is no longer a place of fear, but a battlefield. A battlefield where you are the warrior, ready to fight, ready to survive, ready to face whatever comes your way. Your dear life may be in danger, but you are not going down without a fight, because you know your only hope. God's divine intervention awaits you, for he will never leave you nor forsake you. What could possibly push a man to scream for divine intervention, even when his life precariously hangs in the balance of oblivion? This isn't just a simple tale. This is the chronicle of a man's struggle against all odds, brimming with danger, cries for justice, and an unshakable faith that refuses to retreat. But hang on, there's more. Psalm 17 echoes with his desperate prayer, a plea so profound, so touching. Yet there's something within this plea that transcends the ordinary, a universal message of faith, trust, and an intense life lesson. Are you prepared to delve into this critical lesson? Hold on, don't switch that channel, keep watching as we begin to decode the mystery. But just as we reach the cusp of revelation, a chilling twist hangs in the air. What could this unforeseen turn be? Stay tuned, as this tale is far from over. Did you know it begins with a sincere appeal? Hear me, Lord, my plea is just. Listen to my cry, hear my prayer. It does not rise from deceitful lips. The psalmist not only vividly describes his predicament, but also paints a picture of imminent danger. Can you imagine such fear? His life is under threat, and he calls out to God not just with fear, but with a plea for justice and deliverance. Today, many of us may be facing our own forms of peril, fear, injustice, and challenges that seem overwhelming. But like the psalmist, we can seek something not just far greater, but also a restoration of justice and faith. The psalmist declares, "As for me, I will call upon God, and the Lord shall save me. Evening and morning and at noon I will pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. He has redeemed my soul in peace from the battle that was against me, for there were many against me. God will hear and afflict them, even he who abides from of old. Cast your burden on the Lord, and he shall sustain you. He shall never permit the righteous to be moved. But you, O God, shall bring them down to the pit of destruction. Bloodthirsty and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in you." And so Psalm 17 doesn't end in fear, it transforms into a powerful declaration of trust. Despite the imminent danger, there's an unwavering belief that God will hear and deliver. "I call on you, my God, for you will answer me. Turn your ear to me and hear my prayer." This powerful prayer teaches us that even in our darkest moments, there's still hope. It reminds us that courage is born from faith, and faith comes by hearing and hearing of God's word. And the words that he speaks to us, they are not only spirit, but they are equally life. And so, the life lesson here is clear. In times of fear, our faith and trust does not just sustain us, but also guides us towards a purposeful future. And yes, we have the power not just to overcome, but also to find justice, peace, and hope once more. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. So for this very reason, we have no fear in love, because perfect love casts out fear. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Psalm 17. If this story resonated with you, smash the like button and also comment, share, and subscribe for more powerful reflections. Together, let's find hope in God's unfolding and yet unchanging word that continues to speak to us today. Remain blessed.